Chapter 11. My brother Jiang Yu has the potential to be an emperor. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Seeing Jiang Yu looking so serious, Jiang Chen gave a slight smile. Hey, bro, he said, don't sweat it. We're brothers, and that means we help each other out. Jiang Yu nodded, determination in his eyes. Yeah, we're brothers. A little later, they were in the courtyard stone hall, and Jiang Yu had pulled out a few jugs of wine from the house. They started drinking together. With each drink, they grew closer. Jiang Chen found himself getting a little tipsy. The alcohol wasn't that strong, but he wasn't much of a drinker to begin with. Wait a minute, something wasn't right. Jiang Chen realized his brother had reached the peak of the 4th level of the body forging realm. He was practically at the 5th level. Just a few days ago, he'd only been at the 1st level. He'd jumped 4 levels in a matter of days. Bro, Jiang Chen asked, what's going on with your strength? Jiang Yu gave a confident grin, patting Jiang Chen on the shoulder. Chen, it's thanks to that elixir you gave me. It gave me the boost I needed, and my cultivation talents back. He puffed out his chest. From now on, with me around, nobody's gonna mess with you. Talent restored. That confirmed what Jiang Chen had suspected. * My brother's the main character. * He's going places. This could make things a lot easier. Jiang Chen could hang back, let his brother draw the fire, and play it safe. * My brother Jiang Yu is destined for greatness. After clearing his throat, Jiang Chen turned back to Jiang Yu. So, what do you think about the Yun family wanting to call off the engagement? Jiang Yu slowly stood up, gazing at the sky. That engagement? Water under the bridge. This city's too small anyway. We need to think bigger. He paused. Xianqing sect and Luoyun sect are coming here to recruit disciples soon. That's our chance. You want to join Xianqing sect? Jiang Chen asked, already knowing the answer. Yun Shishue was in Luoyun sect, so there was no way his brother would choose that. Jiang Yu smiled. Not me, us. Us. But. Don't worry about your strength, Jiang Yu reassured him. I'm going to get some medicinal ingredients and make you some elixirs. You'll definitely break through to the 6th level of body training before the competition. Plus, it'll give you a solid foundation. We can practice together, and I'll help you get some experience. Seeing his brother's earnest expression, Jiang Chen nodded. He didn't argue. Still, he couldn't help but stare at Jiang Yu, curiosity burning in his eyes. Jiang Yu seemed to understand. A smile played on his lips. There are things I can't really explain right now. Just trust me, I'd never hurt you. I'll tell you everything once I've figured things out myself. To be honest, I'm still trying to wrap my head around it all. Jiang Chen nodded, surprised that Jiang Yu was sharing this much. The two brothers talked late into the night. Jiang Yu had already sent a servant to pick up the ingredients under the bright moon. Jiang Chen stood up, unsteady on his feet. It's late, bro. I should get going. Alright, take it easy. I'll let you know when everything's ready, Jiang Yu said. Jiang Chen stumbled toward his room. Soon after he left, Jiang Yu received the medicinal materials. He focused his energy to clear his head and started refining them in his room, following the knowledge that had appeared in his head. Meanwhile, Jiang Chen made it back to his room and decided to let the alcohol take its course. He slept soundly. The next morning, Jiang Chen woke up to sunlight streaming through the window. *buzz*. As his energy circulated, the dizziness disappeared, leaving him feeling refreshed. *creak*. He opened the door to find someone standing there, hand raised as if about to knock. Young Master, the man stammered, you're wanted in the hall. Breakfast is ready. Okay, I'm on my way, Jiang Chen replied. He headed to the hall and was immediately greeted by a burly young man with a friendly grin. Second brother, you're here. Daoxin, you're up early today. Did my third uncle drag you out for training? Jiang Chen asked. Heh, Jiang Daoxin chuckled, scratching his head. It's a family thing today, so my dad said I could skip it. Says I have no talent anyway, and he's just about ready to throw in the towel. This guy in front of him was Jiang Daoxin. His dad, Jiang Yuan, was Jiang Chen's third uncle. As far as Jiang Chen knew, his third uncle was laid back and not interested in power. Jiang Daoxin was naturally strong, so Jiang Yuan had hoped he'd achieve something, but so far, Jiang Daoxin was only at the third level of the body tempering realm, plus, the dude could eat. A few other people their age trickled in, but none of them were particularly strong. Some had no training at all. It was now clear to Jiang Chen why the elders were so excited about his brother's sudden breakthrough. The current generation just wasn't cutting it. If things kept going this way, the Jiang family would only get weaker, then, they'd be swallowed up by someone else, or maybe even wiped out. Alright everyone, quit standing around and find a seat. A booming voice filled the room. The head of the family, Jiang Wenkang, walked in with a group of elders. To his left, Jiang Chen saw his father. With Jiang Wenkang's command, everyone quickly took their seats. Jiang Yu entered the hall as well. He didn't sit in a special seat reserved for young masters. Instead, he sat next to Jiang Chen. The clansmen who had just returned were surprised. They had been skeptical about Jiang Chen giving medicine to his brother. Those two have always hated each other, but things seem to have changed. New book, please keep me motivated. If there are typos, let me know. Chapter 12 Talent Recovery. You are listening at novelfull.audio. At the dinner, everyone kept their heads down, eating in silence. As the head of the family, Jiang Wenkang hadn't spoken, so nobody else dared to. Ahem. After a moment, Jiang Wenkang coughed twice. He slowly scanned the room, a serious look on his face, appearing somewhat weary. Everyone stopped eating and looked at him, waiting for him to speak. A beat of silence. Jiang Wenkang began. Recently, Yun Shishue attacked my son, Jiang Yu, nearly killing him. We've officially cut ties with the Yun family, so everyone needs to be ready. They might team up with other families to target us. He paused, his gaze softening as he looked at Jiang Chen. Xiao Chen, we owe you big time. If it weren't for your elixir, your brother would be in real trouble. Jiang Chen stood up and gave a slight bow. Uncle, it was nothing. We're family. We've got to have each other's backs. That's right, Xiao Chen is spot on, Jiang Wenqing chimed in. Jiang Wenkang chuckled, good, good. A short silence fell again. One of the elders looked up at Jiang Wenkang. With the Jiang family's strength, we can't take on 3 major families at once. What's the play here? What's to be afraid of? We'll fight them to the bitter end. Another elder, known for his temper, blurted out. The third elder's right. Worst case, we pack up and move the whole family. Xiao Yu almost got killed by the Yun family. If they want to push it, let's give them a fight. Yeah, bring it on, others chimed in. The tension had been building for a while, and now many Jiang family members were venting their anger. Jiang Wenkang raised a hand, and the room went quiet. Ahem, he cleared his throat. The Jiang family doesn't start fights, but we sure as hell don't back down from them. If the Yun family wants to start something, we'll give them everything we've got. We won't let the Jiang name be dragged through the mud. Fight to the death. The room erupted. Just then, Jiang Yu stood up, looking confidently at Jiang Wenkang. Dad, just give me some time. A small-time family like the Yuns is nothing to sweat. Huh? Everyone turned to look at Jiang Yu. Jiang Wenkang started to ask something, but when he saw the powerful aura radiating from Jiang Yu, his eyes widened in disbelief, quickly replaced by joy. You are... Has your talent come back? Jiang Wenkang remembered clearly that Jiang Yu's cultivation level was barely at the 2nd level, and he had almost died recently. But now, he was bursting with energy at the 5th level. He was a prodigy again. The other elders were just as stunned, their eyes full of hope. Seeing their expectant faces, Jiang Yu nodded firmly. Yes, Yun Shishue put me on death's door, but it turned out to be a blessing. I recovered my talent, and I even stumbled upon something. He paused. It's a legacy. I can't go into details right now, but I promise you, my talent is even stronger than before. His voice was clear and strong, filled with confidence. Jiang Wenkong beamed. Ha ha ha, just that you're okay. As for the legacy, keep it to yourself. It's your opportunity. He turned to the elders. Everyone, I need you to keep this to yourselves. Don't breathe a word of this to anyone. Don't worry, Patriarch. We'll keep it a secret. The elders responded solemnly. They understood perfectly. An opportunity to bring someone back from zero, maybe even raise their power, was something serious. The fewer people who knew, the better. And with Jiang Yu back in the game, a new sense of hope filled the room. Smiles replaced grim looks. Once everyone had calmed down, Jiang Yu spoke again. Besides recovering my strength, I also got some special knowledge that can help the Jiang family. Leave it to me from here. The elders beamed, happy to not pry. After all, it was a personal secret, and Jiang Yu had already said more than enough. Looking at the elders, Jiang Wenkong nodded. Since you said so, everyone play it cool for a bit. Don't pick fights with the Yun family. Let them feel tough for a little while. Yes, Patriarch. The elders replied, calm now, no anger in their voices. Jiang Wenkong said, all right, tonight's a family dinner. Let's not dwell on those troubles. Let's have a good time. He was in high spirits, relieved and happy that his son had recovered. Jiang Wenqing smiled and raised his glass. Wenyuan, let's have a drink, the three of us. Jiang Wenyuan picked up his glass. Big brother, second brother, cheers, that they clinked glasses and drank. Ha ha ha, that the three brothers laughed together, and the tense atmosphere melted away. Jiang Wenkong said to the elders, don't just sit there. Drink up. Don't go home till you're wasted. The elders didn't need any encouragement. They started drinking freely. The mood became cheerful. Chapter 13 Preparation for Medicinal Bath. You are listening at novelfull.audio. The clinking of wine glasses continued. The senior members of the family drank together, later joined by Jiang Wenkong and the others. Everyone was in good spirits. Meanwhile, Jiang Yu approached Jiang Chen, smiling. Jiang Yu, hey, Chen, wanna grab a drink? Jiang Chen nodded slightly. Sounds good. He raised his glass, and the two brothers smiled, emptying their glasses simultaneously. Truth be told, Jiang Yu's reveal of his condition had surprised Jiang Chen a bit, but it worked out great. The Jiang family needed a beacon, and Jiang Yu's recovery gave everyone a sense of security. It not only calmed nerves but also unified the clan, killing two birds with one stone. Jiang Chen had been planning his own move, but Jiang Yu's initiative saved him a ton of effort. He gave Jiang Yu a silent thumbs up. About half a minute later, the banquet started winding down, and many people began leaving the hall to get back to business. Soon after, Jiang Yu stood up as well. He looked at Jiang Chen. Jiang Yu, second brother, let's head out too. Got everything ready we talked about. Huh? Jiang Chen was caught off guard for a second, then remembered, Jiang Yu had offered to help strengthen his physique. He thought it would take a while, but apparently, everything was set. Understanding dawned, and Jiang Chen readily agreed, standing up to leave with him. Then, Jiang Yu glanced at Jiang Daoxin, who was nearby. He said, Daoxin, come with us. Huh? Hearing his name, Jiang Daoxin looked up, puzzled. Jiang Daoxin, brother, where are we going? Dad said we had training later. Jiang Wenyuan, standing right there, snapped, smacking him on the head. He growled, just do what your brother tells you, quit being such a pain. Jiang Daoxin, but Dad, what about training? That he took another bite of his chicken leg. Jiang Wenyuan, you. His stubborn son was driving him nuts, and he raised his hand to hit him again. Jiang Yu now had the inheritance of a powerful figure, and whatever he was offering would clearly be a huge benefit, but this kid just didn't get it. Seeing his dad about to strike again, Jiang Daoxin jumped up. He blurted out, okay, I'm going, chill out. Still talking, he snatched another chicken leg and ran toward Jiang Yu, grinning sheepishly. Jiang Wenkong and the others chuckled, and with that, the three of them left the hall together. Jiang Daoxin trailed behind Jiang Chen, devouring the chicken leg in no time. He asked, "Big brother, second brother, what are we doing?" Jiang Yu smiled slightly. "Let's go to my place first. You'll see soon enough." Before long, they arrived at Jiang Yu's loft. Creak, the door opened. Jiang Yu led them straight to the left bedroom. The room was bare, except for two wooden barrels in the center. Gloop, gloop. As they approached the barrels, Jiang Chen heard a gurgling sound and peered inside. His eyes widened slightly. Heat was rising from the barrels, which were filled with a churning, reddish liquid. It looked like boiling water. A wave of heat hit them as they got closer. The liquid also gave off a strange, pleasant aroma. Jiang Daoxin stared. Intrigued, he asked, "What's this stuff for? It smells good. Can you eat it?" He swallowed hard. Even though it didn't look that appealing, the smell was tempting. Jiang Chen and Jiang Yu both frowned. "Jiang Yu, this is red blood spirit liquid. It cleanses the body, boosts your potential, and strengthens your blood and qi." He pulled out two porcelain bottles. He handed them to Jiang Chen and Jiang Daoxin. "Jiang Yu, this is third-grade Tongmai pill. Take one after the bath. It might sting a bit, but if you tough it out, your strength will definitely jump." Jiang Chen took the pill. After a moment's thought, he decided to downplay his current strength for now. Suddenly hitting the peak of the 10th level of body forging would draw too much attention to the Jiang family. He needed to time his reveal. Besides, he was curious about his older brother's bath. He wanted to see if it actually worked for him. Jiang Daoxin, "So, soaking in this stuff will really make me stronger?" Jiang Yu nodded confidently. "Jiang Daoxin, I'm not scared of pain. As long as it makes me stronger and my dad happy, I can handle a little hurt." Hearing Jiang Daoxin's words, Jiang Yu glanced at Jiang Chen. "Jiang Chen, if my third brother's not scared, then I'm definitely not backing down." They stripped off their robes. Slowly, they climbed into the barrels. The moment he entered the barrel, Jiang Daoxin screamed. The pain contorted his face, and he nearly jumped out. Just as he was about to bail, a hand pressed down on his shoulder. Jiang Yu said firmly, "Daoxin, remember what you said? If you quit now, it's all for nothing." Jiang Daoxin, "Okay. I got it, big brother." He gritted his teeth and sank back down, continuing to scream. Jiang Chen's reaction surprised Jiang Yu, though. His second brother had barely flinched, only furrowing his brows slightly. He hadn't made a sound. Chapter 14, Borrowing Flowers to Offer to Buddha, System Reward. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Seeing this, Jiang Yu's eyes widened slightly. "Wow, my little brother's got a serious will. He's staying cool even with that kind of pain." As time passed, the red liquid in the wooden barrel started to lighten up. Jiang Daoxin's screams also died down, and the liquid turned murky with some nasty-looking black stuff. It reeked, too. Seeing that both of them were breathing steadily, Jiang Yu quietly slipped out of the room, not wanting to hang around. Creek star, the door closed, and Jiang Yu's footsteps faded away. After what felt like forever, Jiang Chen slowly opened his eyes. He saw the black gunk floating in the barrel. He looked surprised. "My big brother's medicinal bath is seriously something else. I thought it wouldn't do much for me, but damn, was I wrong." Jiang Chen figured that since he just had Ganoderma lucidum and a whole bone-strengthening thing, this bath wouldn't do much, but he was wrong. Even though his barrel didn't have as much junk in it, he could definitely feel how much stronger he was. Then, Jiang Chen quickly used his skills, sucking up all the juice from the medicinal liquid. He could feel his strength going up, little by little. Time flew. Before he knew it, night had fallen, and the liquid in Jiang Chen's barrel was clear. There was a layer of dirt floating on top. Jiang Daoxin's barrel was straight up black, and he had grime all over. Splash star. Jiang Chen hopped out of the barrel and dashed to the backyard to wash off in the spring water. Just as he finished, Jiang Daoxin came barreling out. He waved to Jiang Chen. He leaped right into the pool on the side. While he was doing that, Jiang Chen kept looking around the yard, trying to find Jiang Yu, but he was nowhere to be seen. Splash star. Just when Jiang Chen was thinking about it, Jiang Daoxin jumped out of the pool, looking stoked at how he felt. Dude, Jiang Daoxin said. Big bro was right. I just leveled up, and I'm gonna do it again soon. He ran up to Jiang Chen, totally losing it. He was like a kid who'd just gotten candy. Alright, chill out, Jiang Chen said. Hit that pill big bro gave you while the juice is still flowing. Jiang Daoxin snapped to attention, grabbed a bottle, and shook out a pill. Seeing that Jiang Chen wasn't moving, he asked, aren't you gonna take one? You go first, Jiang Chen said. I'll watch you, just in case something goes sideways. I got you. Jiang Daoxin nodded and swallowed the pill. Right away, he felt a rush of power coursing through his veins, rumble star, his blood was pumping, and he could feel his aura getting stronger. He soon broke through to the 5th level of body forging. But soon after, Jiang Chen frowned. Usually, Jiang Daoxin should have been able to reach the 6th level after refining that 3rd-grade pill, but something was off. It was like the pill just didn't have enough juice for him to break through. What's going on? Why does Daoxin need so much more energy to level up than other people? He watched for a minute. Jiang Chen finally figured it out. Jiang Daoxin needed, like, a third more energy to reach the same level as everyone else. After a while, Jiang Daoxin opened his eyes. He looked bummed that he hadn't reached the 6th level, but he quickly shook it off. He'd gotten 2 levels, which was still awesome. He couldn't help but grin. Just then, Jiang Chen held out a bottle. What's this? Jiang Daoxin asked. Jiang Chen smiled slightly. Here, strike while the iron's hot and get to level 6. If you miss it, it'll be way harder next time. Jiang Chen remembered that level 6 was a big deal. If you couldn't do it now, it'd be twice as hard later. Dude, no way. That's yours. I can't, Jiang Daoxin said, shaking his head and refusing to take it. Just take it, Jiang Chen said. What's with all the questions? I don't need it right now. With that, Jiang Chen started pumping up his true energy. He showed off his level 6 strength. Jiang Daoxin looked stunned. Dude, you didn't even take the pill. How'd you get to level 6? Don't ask so many questions, Jiang Chen said. Big bro wanted us to get to level 6, right? If you don't want to let third uncle down, take it. Got it. Jiang Daoxin said. He grabbed the pill from Jiang Chen and swallowed it in one gulp. His aura went nuts again, but right then, the system chimed in, *ding, ***, congratulations to the host for sending out a 3rd-grade elixir, triggering a 1,000-fold critical strike effect, and obtaining a 9th-grade elixir, the 9-aperture golden pill, ***. What the heck? Is this for real? Jiang Chen's eyes lit up. He seriously wasn't expecting that. He was just being nice, and it got him a reward. He tried to stay cool and checked out the system's info on the 9-aperture golden pill, pill level, 1st-grade pill to 9th-grade pill, semi-god pill, god pill, ***, name, 9-aperture golden pill ***, level, 9th-grade pill ***, special effect. Break the divine treasure, open up the 9 orifices in the body, and form 9 cyclones and exist independently. Jiang Chen was shocked. If I can really get 9 cyclones, that's like having 9 dantians. With that much true chi, nobody on my level can touch me. He got all excited. On the other side, Jiang Daoxin was back at it, trying to reach level 6. Chapter 15, Taking the Golden Pill and Opening Up the Cyclone. You are listening at novelfull.audio. After about 15 minutes, Jiang Daoxin's energy surged. He'd broken through to the 6th level of body forging. Whoosh! He snapped his eyes open, leaping up and turning to Jiang Chen, his face beaming. Second brother, I did it. I actually reached the 6th level. Dad's gonna be so stoked. Before he could get another word out, Jiang Daoxin gave Jiang Chen a huge bear hug. Just then, they heard footsteps approaching. Jiang Yu came into view, and seeing them, a satisfied expression spread across his face. Nice, Jiang Yu said. You made it to the 6th level. Looks like you absorbed the medicine perfectly. Big brother, second brother didn't take any, Jiang Daoxin replied. He gave the pill to me. I wouldn't have broken through without it. Jiang Yu's eyebrows shot up in surprise. Second brother, did you actually break through to the 6th level just from the medicinal bath? Thanks to your amazing bath, plus a little bit of luck, Jiang Chen said. That's all it took. Jiang Yu nodded thoughtfully. That's great, reaching the 6th level without the pill. Seems like the bath really boosted your natural talent. He turned to Jiang Daoxin. Don't worry about the pills, I'll make more for you later. Just remember, they're only meant to help you along. Don't rely on them too much. We got it, big brother. Jiang Chen and Jiang Daoxin said in unison they knew the score. Over-reliance on pills would just lead to a superficial strength. Usually, unless you're stuck at a bottleneck or have an incredibly solid foundation, you wouldn't just pop pills to level up. Jiang Chen grew serious. Big brother, have you figured out what to do about the Yun family? The Jiang family's been bringing in less and less lately. If you have any ideas, I'm all ears. Seeing his brother's concern, Jiang Yu smiled confidently. Don't sweat the spirit stones. That's a piece of cake for me. Jiang Chen didn't press him, trusting his older brother to handle it. After all, Jiang Yu wasn't your average guy. Jiang Daoxin watched his brothers talking, feeling like he couldn't break in, so he stood quietly to the side. Still, he was happy with how things were. In the past, the two brothers hadn't gotten along, and the other family members rarely came around, which made him feel like the odd man out. But ever since the engagement was called off, the family atmosphere had improved tremendously, and he was finally getting a taste of that blood is thicker than water kind of love. After chatting for a bit, Jiang Chen and Jiang Daoxin left Jiang Yu's place and headed back to their own rooms. Once in his courtyard, Jiang Chen sat in the gazebo, gazing up at the bright moon, a smile playing on his lips. The absence of all that family drama was doing wonders for his peace of mind. Knock, knock, knock. A servant walked in. Second young master, a young woman named Xiaoling dropped by with a letter for you. He handed the letter to Jiang Chen. Xiaoling. Jiang Chen took the letter, a faint fragrance lingering around the envelope. That'll be all, Jiang Chen said. The servant quickly retreated. Whoosh. Jiang Chen opened the envelope, revealing a delicate, elegant script. Mr. Jiang, I'll be leaving Xuanhuan City soon. I was hoping we could meet one last time before I go. If you're willing, please come to the usual spot. It was signed Xuanhuan Mingyue, *. Xuanhuan Mingyue is leaving Xuanhuan City, *. He couldn't help but picture her stunning beauty and remember their conversation that night. He felt a strange sense of reluctance, almost like he didn't want her to go. Whatever. I'll go in a couple of days, *. Jiang Chen tried to calm himself. He couldn't explain his feelings. They'd only met once, but she'd made a huge impression on him. He figured it was the original owner's lingering feelings, since he'd been chasing after Xuanhuan Mingyue for ages. But Jiang Chen had to admit, he was also drawn to her. Any normal guy would be tempted by a beauty like that. Jiang Chen was no exception. Who. He slowly walked towards his bedroom, trying to regain his composure. Admiring beauty was only human. He wasn't trying to possess her, just appreciating a beautiful thing. But he knew he had to deal with this properly, or it could become a serious inner conflict. He needed to let go of this lingering attachment to truly be at peace. Creek. Closing the door, Jiang Chen took out the 9 turns golden pill and swallowed it in one gulp. Boom. Almost instantly, pure energy surged through his entire body. His strength began to skyrocket. Suddenly, a sharp pain ripped through him. His expression twisted, and he let out a stifled groan. This pain was 10 times worse than the bone-deep ache of his previous transformation. Veins bulged on his forehead, sweat poured down his face, and his whole body trembled uncontrollably. Click, click, click. He could faintly hear a clicking sound, and the pain intensified. Ugh! Jiang Chen gritted his teeth, a low moan escaping his lips. Sweat dripped from his forehead. He coughed up a mouthful of blood, and his energy went haywire. Even as he tried to refine it, the pill's power raged through him, swish, enduring the agony. He focused his mind and began to work on his inner skills, trying to guide the energy down to his core, crack, 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 the sound grew louder, his face paler. He almost passed out from the pain, boom, finally, after 2 hours of torment, the first vortex of energy formed within him. In that instant, a huge amount of spiritual energy gathered around him, and his strength surged even higher. The pain began to subside. He'd reached the peak of the 10th level of the body training realm. Half a step into the Divine Sea realm. First level of the Divine Sea realm. Second level of the Divine Sea realm. His ascension slowed at the peak of the 3rd level. The remaining power surged, puff, 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 having already gone through the first time, activating the other vortexes became much easier. Chapter 16 Golden Reward, Emperor's Double Pupil. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Rumble. With the successful activation of all 9 cyclones, Jiang Chen's spiritual energy absorption ramped up. A massive vortex appeared in the sky right above his mansion, But as the spiritual energy in his body kept surging, a look of surprise crossed Jiang Chen's face. What's going on? My cultivation is dropping, not rising. Yep, that's right. Once all 9 cyclones were online, Jiang Chen's cultivation level plummeted from the peak of the 3rd level of the Divine Sea realm all the way down to the 1st level before it stopped, but he was stoked to discover that even though his cultivation had taken a dive, the true energy coursing through him had multiplied several times over. If you were really keeping score, his combat power had actually gotten a serious boost. And that's not all. This second compression of his strength had fortified his foundation even further. Divine Sea realm, breaking the limits of the physical body, allowing the release of true energy externally for ranged attacks and forming a protective layer of gangqi around the body. Plus, the sea of consciousness starts to take shape, dramatically sharpening the senses. Phew! Jiang Chen exhaled, a slow release of breath. Feeling his newfound strength, a faint smile played on his lips. Ding! Congratulations, host. You've successfully broken through to the Divine Sea realm. The opportunity store is now open, and you've received a bonus promotion package. Open it. Opportunity store. Promotion package. The system notification caught Jiang Chen off guard. His eyes lit up with excitement. Jiang Chen, open it up. Ding! Congratulations, host. You've opened the promotion package and received the unranked skill chaos creation technique, gold, bound. Congratulations, host. You've opened the promotion package and received the special item Imperial Fallen Double Eyes, gold, bound. Reward item tiers, white, cyan, blue, purple, red, gold. Kung Fu levels, trash, yellow, xian, earth, heaven, holy art, quasi-emperor art, imperial art. Jiang Chen, 2 golden legendaries, seriously? System, what's the deal? The chaos creation technique is unranked. Why is it a gold quality reward? Ding! The rank of this technique scales with the practitioner's strength. The stronger you are, the higher it climbs, no limits. Okay, so it's a growth type skill. That's the gist of it, host. With the system's explanation, a grin spread across Jiang Chen's face. And what does bound mean? This reward is for your eyes only. No sharing. It's an exclusive deal. Understanding the specifics, a flicker of regret crossed Jiang Chen's gaze. But remembering it was a gold reward, he perked up right away. Chaos creation technique, ready to go. Study it, study it. The moment Jiang Chen said the word, a deluge of information flooded his mind, the chaos creation technique. Almost instantly, Jiang Chen got the hang of the technique. As it began to circulate, the true energy within him compressed again, boom. But this time, Jiang Chen's strength didn't drop. Instead, it shot upward, vaulting him to the second level of the Divine Sea realm. After his energy settled, Jiang Chen turned his attention to the second reward, Emperor Luo's double eyes. Ding! Emperor's double eyes, locked and loaded. Initiate integration, system, will merging with this weird I mess me up in any way. Rest easy, host. This system guarantees a flawless integration. It'll be as natural as if you were born with it, zero rejection. Since the Emperor's double eyes are ancient and otherworldly, fusing them would normally cause some crazy phenomena, but since you're still a bit green, we've put up a special shield just for you. With this shield up, only you can see the vision. Hearing the system's assurance, Jiang Chen's last worry melted away. After a moment to compose himself, he said softly, "Start merging." Ding! Double eye fusion commencing. The system announced. Jiang Chen felt his vision go black in an instant. When he opened his eyes again, he found himself in a bizarre space. Countless figures filled the sky. A man with wild, flying black hair was under siege, their terrifying auras making Jiang Chen tremble. Boom, 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 star. Facing the onslaught of these powerhouses, the mysterious black-haired man remained eerily calm, unleashing terrifying power with every move. Whoosh, star. Suddenly, the man closed his eyes. When he opened them again, his regular pupils had merged. Now, he had double pupils, the very fabric of reality twisted. Boom, star. Terrifying black light erupted from the man's eyes before the attackers even knew what hit them. They were instantly annihilated. In a matter of moments, the other powerhouses were obliterated by a single strike. Thunder roared across the sky. The overcast skies suddenly cleared, but the thunder didn't weaken. If anything, it intensified. Is this the power of double pupils? It's insane. Just then, the man in the sky slowly turned his head. His double pupils locked onto Jiang Chen. Those eyes made Jiang Chen feel like the world was being turned inside out, like the man could shatter the entire world with a thought. Boom, star. The moment he met the man's gaze, Jiang Chen's mind exploded with a roar, and the scene vanished. When he opened his eyes, he was back in his bedroom, but his vision pierced through the wall, clearly seeing the scene outside. At this moment, a chaotic realm unfolded in the sky. From that void, a colossal green lotus emerged and ascended, supporting the entire world. And this surreal vision was the stuff of legends, the chaotic green lotus. Then, the void trembled again as a majestic figure materialized in the sky. Behind him loomed a colossal throne. The man sat on the 9 heavens, his gaze sweeping across the world, indifferent. Every gesture oozed the power to destroy worlds. Watching the scene unfold, Jiang Chen whispered, "Is that the immortal king descending from the 9 heavens?" Rumble. The roaring continued in Jiang Chen's mind. As the strange visions faded, the light in Jiang Chen's eyes gradually dimmed, and his breathing settled. After a while, his pupils overlapped, lending him an almost demonic air, and his temperament had taken on a sharper edge. Few, star. After a long exhale, Jiang Chen slowly closed his eyes, and when he opened them again, his pupils were back to normal. Ding! Congratulations, host. You have successfully integrated the Emperor's double pupils. After stabilizing his energy, Jiang Chen quickly pulled up the system and started to explore the opportunity store. A moment later, a look of shock filled his eyes. Chapter 17, Do You Need a Reason to Love Someone? You are listening at novelfull.audio. Jiang Chen realized the opportunity store was like a department store, offering everything imaginable. Skills, secrets, weapons, bloodlines, even physical attributes could be exchanged. Of course, the more valuable the item, the higher the price, requiring sufficient opportunity points. After checking, Jiang Chen found he had 1103 points. System, how do I earn opportunity points? Ding! Opportunity points are earned easily. They're generated based on the multiplier when you give away an opportunity. The multiplier corresponds to the opportunity value. If I gift items from the opportunity store, can I get a critical hit reward? You can trigger a critical hit reward. However, to prevent exploitation, gifting items from the opportunity store won't grant point rewards and can only be triggered once a month. Damn, after hearing this, Jiang Chen cursed under his breath. The system confirmed that gifting items from the store could trigger a critical hit reward, but it wouldn't provide critical hit points, and there was a 1-month cooldown. This meant that each item from the store could only trigger the reward once a month. After considering it, Jiang Chen felt relieved. The restriction was understandable. Without it, he could just use people around him to farm points, improving his strength from the comfort of his home. Putting it aside for the moment, Jiang Chen turned his attention to the martial arts section. He needed martial arts the most right now. Yellow grade, top-tier martial art bone-melting palm, 100 opportunity points. Yellow grade, top-tier martial art dragon spear technique, 300 opportunity points. Xian grade, low-tier martial art evil breaking fist, 500 opportunity points. After browsing for a while, Jiang Chen gritted his teeth and spent 800 points on a Xian grade, mid-tier martial art, 9 mysteries of heavenly sound, a powerful zither-based technique. Perfect mastery would make its power comparable to a Xian grade, top-tier art. Normally, Jiang Chen could easily master it. If he used it himself, the system could directly transmit and integrate it quickly. But he had other plans. He wanted to give it to Xuanhuan. He'd noticed her affinity for the zither, and gifting this martial art would trigger a critical hit reward, killing 2 birds with 1 stone. After storing the martial art, Jiang Chen sat down, and the chaos creation art began circulating rapidly. As spiritual energy flowed into his body, his senses heightened. Meanwhile, in a woman's chamber, Xiaoling quietly entered the room. Near the window, a woman in a white dress heard the sound and slowly turned her head. Was the letter delivered? She asked softly. Yes, Mississippi. I'm told the servant delivered it to Mr. Jiang, but he didn't read it right away. That's fine, as long as it arrived, Xuanhuan replied. She glanced at a piece of paper on the table, a smile playing on her lips. It was the Song of Water melody written by Jiang Chen. Seeing her mistress's expression, Xiaoling couldn't help but ask, Miss, you don't actually like Jiang Chen, do you? His poem is beautiful, but the difference in your status. Xiaoling trailed off, but her meaning was clear. It was hasty to fall for someone based on a poem, especially with the vast difference in social standing. Xuanhuan looked at the moon. Xiaoling, do you think there needs to be a reason to like someone? Xiaoling looked puzzled. Don't you think so? Xuanhuan stood. Maybe yes, maybe no. She picked up the poem. When will the bright moon appear? Drinking wine and asking the blue sky, I wonder what year it is in the palace in the sky. Xiaoling listened quietly, but she was more and more puzzled. After a moment, Xiaoling couldn't hold back. Miss, even if you and Mr. Jiang were together, your family would never approve. Xuanhuan gave a helpless smile. I know. I just don't want any regrets, so I want to say goodbye to him properly. Hearing the loneliness in her mistress's voice, Xiaoling felt a pang of sadness. Miss. Xuanhuan waved her hand gently. It's okay, don't be sad. This is probably my fate. Although I can't break free, I still have a choice now. Miss, why don't you run away with Mr. Jiang and hide somewhere they can't find you? That way, you won't be bound by others. Xuanhuan shook her head. It's no use. They've placed a mark on my soul. No matter where I go, they'll find me easily. I'd only be putting him in danger. Xuanhuan gently stroked Xiaoling's forehead. She had always treated the little girl like a sister, and their bond went beyond master and servant. Hearing this, Xiaoling's eyes watered. Miss, don't be sad. I'll always be with you. Xuanhuan patted Xiaoling's shoulder. Okay, don't cry, or you'll look like a little kitten. After comforting Xiaoling, Xuanhuan sat down and lightly touched the strings of her zither, beginning to play. Chapter 18 Father and Son Talk, Su Family Secrets. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Time flies. By the time Jiang Chen opened his eyes, it was already noon, and sunlight streamed through the window. He exhaled deeply, slowly, he sat up, click, click, click star. As he moved, his bones popped, feeling the raw power coursing through him, a smile of satisfaction touched his lips, creak star. The door opened, he saw a familiar face. Dad, what brings you here? Finished up my business and wanted to have a chat, Jiang Wenqing replied. Jiang Chen nodded. Soon, they were seated in the courtyard pavilion. After a moment of contemplation, Jiang Wenqing spoke. Chener, I came to talk to you about your mother. Jiang Chen's ears perked up. My mother, but he was immediately interested. He knew so little about her from his predecessor's memories, he'd been meaning to ask Jiang Wenqing about her, so he was glad his father brought it up. Where is she, Dad? You've kept this from me all these years. What's going on? Jiang Wenqing sighed. Your mother was from the Su family. While the Su family was one of the noble families in Jiangyu City, they were facing pressure from various forces. To seek help, they held a banquet. Your mother and I met there, and the Jiang and Su families began to cooperate. After a while, we fell for each other. Jiang Wenqing smiled at the memory. But shortly after you were born. He went on to recount the events of that year. Shortly after giving birth, his mother had to rush back to the Su family due to some crisis. At the time, his father was in the middle of a power struggle for the Jiang family leadership and couldn't go with her. He'd sent guards to protect her, but after only half a month, she vanished without a trace. Jiang Wenqing immediately sensed something was wrong. When he finally arrived at the Su family estate, he found it in ruins, littered with corpses, a clear sign of total annihilation. Hearing this, Jiang Chen's eyes turned icy. His aura flared, causing a ripple in the air, whoosh star. Sensing the terrifying energy, Jiang Wenqing was instantly alert, his gaze snapping to Jiang Chen, his face a mixture of shock, anticipation, and disbelief. Chen. Chener, how strong have you become? His eyes darted over his son, recalling the overwhelming power he'd just felt. Jiang Chen waved a hand dismissively. Dad, I'll explain everything when the time is right. What about my mother? Did she also? The Su family was his mother's family. If they were wiped out, the chances of her survival were slim. Still, a sliver of hope lingered. Seeing his son's serious expression, Jiang Wenqing didn't press the issue. He was certain of one thing. His son had become much stronger. That was enough for now. After composing himself, Jiang Wenqing continued, I'm not sure. We found the bodies of the guards, but there was no sign of your mother. Jiang Chen's eyes widened. If her body wasn't found, there's still a chance. Jiang Wenqing nodded slightly. I've always held on to that hope, Chener, and I've never stopped looking for her. The reason I'm telling you this now is that I don't want you to resent her. She truly loved you. His eyes filled with reminiscence and a hint of self-blame. It was clear his father held deep feelings for his mother. I understand, Dad. Jiang Chen nodded. He knew that because his father rarely spoke of his mother, the original Jiang Chen always believed she had abandoned him. Combined with the Jiang family's attempts to keep it a secret, rumors spread, leading Jiang Chen down a path of debauchery and playboy antics. This was partly a way to protect Jiang Chen. The Su family's sudden annihilation suggested a powerful enemy. As someone with Su blood, Jiang Chen was potentially a target. Interestingly, no one had targeted the Jiang family in connection with the Su family's downfall. Jiang Wenqing hadn't intended to speak about this, but since Jiang Chen had broken off his engagement, he seemed more mature, less impulsive. After some consideration, he decided to reveal the truth, and, of course, the power Jiang Chen had just displayed was more than enough to satisfy Jiang Wenqing. Time passed. Jiang Chen and Jiang Wenqing talked for a long while, finally resolving the misunderstanding that had lingered between them for years. Watching his father walk away, a hint of tenderness appeared in Jiang Chen's eyes. Whoosh star. He felt a sense of relief. A stronger connection to his body. Is this also one of his life's regrets? Don't worry, I will protect my father. And if my mother was captured, I swear I'll rescue her. Whoosh. As he finished speaking, his mind became even clearer. Meanwhile, Jiang Wenqing, back in his courtyard, smiled with relief. He murmured, Xiaolin, Chener has grown up. He doesn't blame you. His eyes reddened, and tears welled up. After composing himself, Jiang Wenqing slowly retrieved 2 jars of wine, placed a hairpin in front of him, and began to drink alone. That night, dressed in white robes, Jiang Chen pushed open the doors of the Jiang family mansion and disappeared into the night. Tap, tap, tap. He walked leisurely down the street. Despite the late hour, many shops were still open, and cultivators crowded the taverns. Shortly after Jiang Chen passed, a dark-skinned man emerged from an alley, glanced in the direction Jiang Chen had gone, and smirked. That guy finally went out. I need to tell Master Xiao right away. He hurried towards the Xiao family. However, moments after the man vanished, Jiang Chen smirked. A cold glint flashed in his eyes. Since you're so eager to die, I'll give you a chance. I hope you won't disappoint me too much. He quickened his pace. He'd accomplished his goal and saw no need to linger. Chapter 19. Even though we don't have the wings of a phoenix, we still have a telepathic connection. You are listening at novelfull.audio. The guy moved fast. He was at the Xiao family mansion in no time. Inside, Xuanhuan was pacing. So, Jiang Chen's out and already back at Tianxianglu? That's right, master, Xuanhuan grinned. Perfect. After all this waiting, that punk finally shows his face. Let's see who can save him now. A cold glint flashed in his eyes. Tell the Bai family's 3rd young master to go ahead with the plan. Yes, master. He let out a wild laugh as the man left, his face smug. Once Jiang Chen's taken care of, the whole Jiang family will fall apart. Then, Bai Hongfei and I move in and clean up. Dad and my brother will finally have to respect me. His eyes were full of admiration when he thought of his brother. His brother, Xiao Feng, was a cultivation prodigy. Jiang Yu used to overshadow him, but since Jiang Yu's skills took a hit, Xiao Feng had become the top cultivator in Shenfeng City. That is until Yun Shixue arrived. She was giving Xiao Feng a run for his money. Even so, Xiao Yun was betting on his brother. Meanwhile, Jiang Chen wasn't heading straight to Tianxiang Pavilion. He ducked out of sight and took the back way up. He soon reached the attic. Seeing the red candlelight through the window, he knocked softly on the door. Tap, 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 creak. Xiaoling opened the door. When she saw Jiang Chen, she stepped aside quickly. Please, come in, Mr. Jiang. Jiang Chen nodded and headed up to the 2nd floor. Xiaoling closed the door and went to the front of the house. Upstairs, Jiang Chen found Xuanhuan Mingyue. She was wearing a white dress. The room smelled sweet. She looked up and smiled. You're here. Yeah, here I am. They spoke casually, like old friends. Xuanhuan Mingyue wasn't wearing her veil, and her beauty took his breath away. Jiang Chen coughed to cover his reaction. He sat down opposite her. Xuanhuan Mingyue smiled, clearly pleased. She poured him a cup of tea. They drank in silence. After a pause, Jiang Chen spoke. You're leaving? Xuanhuan Mingyue met his gaze, her eyes searching his. She hesitated. Finally, she nodded. Yes, I am. I'm glad I got to see you before I go. He'd expected the answer, but it still stung. He started to say something, but stopped. Xuanhuan Mingyue saw his struggle. A hint of sadness flickered in her eyes, though she tried to hide it. Jiang Chen noticed it, though. It shook him. He had the urge to reach out and hold her, but then Xuanhuan Mingyue composed herself. I love that poem you wrote, Shui Jiao Gu Tu. Since I'm leaving Shenfeng City, would you write another one for me? He nodded. He picked up the brush and, without thinking, began to write. Xuanhuan Mingyue watched quietly. He finished, and she lifted the paper. Last night's stars and last night's wind, the west of the painted building and the east of the osmanthus hall. I don't have the wings of a colorful phoenix, but my heart is connected with one word. Walking on the lawn Tai is like turning tumbleweed. This poem was written by Li Shangyin, a poet of the Tang dynasty. Jiang Chen now directly took it out to show off. Xuanhuan Mingyue repeated a line. I don't have the wings of a colorful phoenix, but my heart is connected with one word. She smiled and looked at Jiang Chen. He returned her gaze, his heart pounding. His resolve was shaken. He'd written this poem to explain himself to her, and maybe even to himself. He wanted to leave no regrets. Time ticked by. Xuanhuan Mingyue looked up at him, a blush rising on her cheeks. She smiled sadly. My family has a lot of power. There are things I can't control. I'm so happy you came. He saw the pain in her smile, and his heart ached. After a moment, Jiang Chen met her eyes. Then I'll become stronger than them. She smiled, but her eyes were full of despair. She knew her family was nothing compared to the people he was talking about. Changing their minds was a fool's errand. Seeing the tears in her eyes, Jiang Chen reached out and brushed them away. Her skin was like silk. Xuanhuan Mingyue stiffened, then flushed, but she didn't pull away. He hesitated, then wrapped his arms around her. Believe me. I'll become strong enough that no one can control your life. She looked up at him, hope and doubt warring in her eyes. After a moment, she whispered, I'm supposed to marry that man in 2 years. She gave him a deadline. She wasn't sure he could do anything, but seeing his determination gave her a sliver of hope. She pressed a small pouch into his hand. Open it when you're strong enough. Jiang Chen took the pouch. Wait for me. 2 words, heavy with promise. Chapter 20 100-fold reward, Earth level Kung Fu. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Footsteps, then, Xiaoling's surprised voice broke the silence. Xiaoling, miss, what are you? Hearing Xiaoling, Xuanhuan Mingyue quickly pulled away from Jiang Chen, her face flushing. She quickly composed herself, turning to Xiaoling. What is it, Xiaoling? What's wrong? Why are you up here all of a sudden? She asked. Xiaoling was momentarily speechless, her eyes darting between them despite the shock of what she'd just seen. She collected herself, responding brightly, Miss, I brought the tea leaves you asked me to prepare. How do they look? Xiaoling held out a tray piled high with tea leaves, their fragrance drifting towards Jiang Chen. Xiaoling stole glances at Jiang Chen. He looked calm, as if nothing had happened. Xuanhuan Mingyue cleared her throat. Xiaoling snapped her gaze away, took the tray, and headed back downstairs. Once she was gone, the room was silent again. Xuanhuan Mingyue's cheeks were still hot. She avoided Jiang Chen's eyes. After a moment, she gathered her courage, met Jiang Chen's gaze, and said, Jiang Chen, how about I play something for you? Jiang Chen, sure, I'd like that. A smile touched Xuanhuan Mingyue's lips. Her fingers danced across the strings, and she began to play. The ethereal music filled the attic as Xuanhuan Mingyue focused on her playing. Jiang Chen sipped his tea, slowly closing his eyes. When the song ended, its echoes lingered. Xuanhuan Mingyue looked at Jiang Chen, her eyes full of tenderness. Jiang Chen slowly opened his eyes, meeting her gaze. Xuanhuan Mingyue blushed again, glancing down shyly, avoiding his eyes. Lost in thought, Jiang Chen was quiet for a moment. What are you staring at? She asked softly. Jiang Chen, oh, nothing. Xuanhuan Mingyue giggled at his embarrassment, her laughter like sunshine. Jiang Chen was captivated again. Regaining his composure, Jiang Chen reached into his robes and pulled out a simple book. Mingyue, I brought you a gift. It's a martial arts manual. See if you like it. Martial arts. Xuanhuan Mingyue's face showed curiosity as she took the book. Xuanhuan Mingyue, 9 Mysteries of Heavenly Sound. Is this a musical martial art? Instead of opening the book, she looked at Jiang Chen, her eyes questioning. Jiang Chen nodded. Yes, it's a mid-grade Xian level technique. Master it, and its power is comparable to a high-level Xian level 1, he said gently. Xuanhuan Mingyue, what? It's comparable to a high-level Xian? This is too precious. How did you even get your hands on something like this? She immediately shook her head, apologizing. No, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have asked. I'm just excited, she stammered, not finishing the sentence. Jiang Chen understood. He smiled. It's nothing. As long as you like it. Xuanhuan Mingyue nodded happily, deciding not to press the issue. For her, if it was a gift from Jiang Chen, its origins didn't matter. In Kamikaze Castle, the highest level martial arts were top-grade yellow level. Now, Jiang Chen was offering a Xian level technique. Xuanhuan Mingyue was too smart to ask questions she shouldn't. Jiang Chen, on the other hand, was confused. With her family's power, getting a Xian-level skill shouldn't be a problem. They might even have Earth-level techniques. Why was she so excited about this? As if reading his thoughts, Xuanhuan Mingyue said, "Our family has Earth-level skills, but this is different. The 9 mysteries of heavenly sound might be useless to others, but for someone who practices music, it's as valuable as an Earth-level technique." Oh. Jiang Chen raised an eyebrow. Why is that? He asked. Xuanhuan Mingyue, there aren't many musicians to begin with, and even fewer who practice musical martial arts. The one I practice is only a low-grade Xian-level technique, and it's incomplete. Even for that incomplete manual, I had to spend a fortune to get it. So, do you see how special this gift is? That she looked at Jiang Chen, her cheeks flushing again. Jiang Chen smiled. It's not expensive at all. I have no use for it. As long as it helps you, it's worth every penny. Xuanhuan Mingyue opened the 9 mysteries of heavenly sound. She was immediately captivated by its contents. Then, the system alert sounded. *ding, **. Congratulations to the host for successfully gifting a Xian-level martial art. Triggering a 100x critical strike reward. Obtained Earth-level martial art Dragon Elephant Sky Suppressing Fist, protection period, 1 month, **. Note, after the protection period, the host is free to trade this martial art. Critical hit rewards cannot be triggered. Jiang Chen understood. The system was trying to prevent him from an endless loop. It had gone to great lengths.